Hello, it's Tamika, new me 1109. This is like my second attempt to get this going, and I keep running out of space. So I've deleted some things, and hopefully this works. Today is day 8 of the 12 days of Christmas, and what I want to do is talk about two topics that I've actually been asked to share some thoughts about. And they could pretty much be related because both of them are related to how our family and friends can perceive our weight loss surgery journey. And so you have one end of the spectrum, and those are the folks that know you've had surgery, and for whatever reason it feels as though they're not working with you and they're not working to help you meet your goals. Those are the people that say, oh my goodness, I can't believe how little you eat. You're gonna die. You're wasting away to nothing. Let's just go out and have dinner. Let's go to the buffet. One day won't kill you. Treat yourself. You deserve it. You've been working so extra hard. You deserve to treat yourself with food. You deserve to not follow the rules today because you deserve it, because you're doing such a fantastic job. Those are people who are indirectly sabotaging you. Anybody who's putting you, and they don't do it, I don't think, intentionally, and they don't do it in a hurtful, harmful way. I think they don't realize what it is that they're doing. Especially if we have buddies or spouses or family members who are used to seeing us be the first one at the table and the last one to leave, and eating tons and tons of food with them, and then all of a sudden food isn't our focus anymore. A lot of times people don't necessarily know what to do with that. And so I did a teleclass this time last year, and one of the things, I'm sitting outside. One of the things that I talked about was it would be very good from the very beginning if you educate your family and friends as much as possible about whatever procedure you are having, so that they are equipped with just as much knowledge as you have, so that they understand that you can't eat beyond a certain amount of food, or it could be harmful, it could be dangerous. And if they really understand that concept, I think that would take some of the pressure off of them wanting you to overeat. And then when you're in that situation, being comfortable enough to take ownership of, hey, I decided to do this. I know what's going on. I know that at some point, let me give you that, I don't treat myself with food. And it's something that I have said. And one thing, I'm going to share a pet peeve. One thing that irritates me is when, say for example, I go to get frozen yogurt, and I post a picture of frozen yogurt in Facebook or something. And I'm sorry, but I'm going to say it. And people who say, oh, you know what? Go ahead and treat yourself. You've been doing such a great job. And the Bessie and I talk about this too. You're in maintenance. You deserve it. Treat yourself. I had to learn at some point throughout my battle of fighting the desire, the control that emotional eating had over me. I had to learn that when I make the decision to eat things, I'm making the decision to eat it. And I'm not making any excuse as to why I'm going to eat it. And so if you're like me and you're taking ownership over your journey and over everything that you put in your mouth, and you know that you're not putting anything in your mouth because it's a treat. You're putting it in your mouth because you've made a very conscientious decision that this is what you're going to eat. And it's not a treat. Like, I don't treat myself with food. I don't, lose X amount of pounds and say, hey, I'm going to go to Cheesecake Factory and pit out. No, it's not about treating myself with food like I've done in the past, because that contributed to my obesity. Side rant. But if you take ownership in that belief, and if you help your family and friends understand, hey, I'm not trying to treat myself with food anymore. And I'm comfortable eating my half a cup to a cup of food, or however much you eat. And this is all I can eat. This is all my body now needs. I have been rerouted, rewired, something attached in some type of way. And I can't sit and eat a whole plate of food like you do anymore. And I'm okay with it, because I understood that when I made that decision. And I need you to understand that. And I need you to work with me, because I really need to get where I want to be, and I want to be able to stay where I'm at. And it's a lot of pressure when I hear these types of things from you. I want to weigh what I want to weigh, and I want to be there, and I want you to be happy for me and be okay with it. When I eat, I want to, eat again, what I'm supposed to be eating. No pressure, no pressure. And those people who are around you, who really understand what's going on, who really get the complete full picture, they will be okay. You might have some friends around you who are jealous of your progress, and who maybe don't want to see you where you are. And those are the people that you'll probably have to weed through and get out of your life. Plain and simple. But I know that is easier to say with friends and coworkers and stuff like that than it is with family. But I think if you're educating your family and letting them know that this can hurt me if I overdo it, I think they'll be on board with being on your team. Now, you got the other side that say, and I think I pretty much kind of covered it, the people who are like, oh my goodness, you're wasting away, you're getting too thin, you need to eat, you need to eat, you need to eat. Those are the people that need to understand I am where I want to be. And I need you to be okay with where I am and be happy with me, because, and explain, hey, when I was obese, when I was, 100, 200 pounds heavier, this is what my life was. Now, this is what my life is. And explain the differences. Talk about the victories and how you feel physically. A lot of us feel so much better. Talk about the joy that you have in being able to go into a regular, it's funny how we say normal size, but a regular store and be able to buy clothes, and all of that joy that brings. Make sure, I think with each end of the spectrum, the people who might want you to stay where you were and be a little heavier, understanding why you don't want to be there, and then you got the people who are on the other end who think you're too small and you need to gain more weight. I think it all boils down to educating them and making sure that they completely understand what's going on with you, why you did what you did, making sure that that's in front of you at all times, why you did what you did. And the clearer you are with why did you have weight loss surgery? Or if you're on the other side of it, why do you want to? When you're sitting down having conversations with family and friends, why do you want to do this? So that it can be clear to them too, and they can help support you. Will you always have some people who don't get it either way? I believe so. Should that distract you? I don't think so. I know for sure, no. Another thing that this makes me think about is, do you tell everybody around you that you had weight loss surgery? I don't think a whole bunch of people in my life know, but remember, I think I talked about one of these days that I'm sort of introverted by nature. And so people who are very close to me, my family and friends, they know this. Everybody that I work with or everybody that I interact with know that I had weight loss surgery. Nah. If somebody, though, but let me tell you this. It got to a point where if somebody asked me, how did you lose weight? I would say. I got to a point in my journey where I didn't openly go out blurting, I had lap band surgery and lost 130 something pounds. No, I didn't do that. But if an opportunity ever arises where I can share the victory and what this has done for my life, I do. And if people ask me, I say I had lap band surgery. And it's not easy. I always add that, you know, yeah, it's not easy. So anyway, I'm hoping that I shared some bit of insight that could maybe help you guys. And if you want me to explain a little bit more or something specific, then let me know and I will. But share as much information as you have about what's going on with your life. Educate people around you. And make sure that you're surrounding yourself with people who are on your team. All right? I'll talk to you tomorrow. Bye.